Hey everybody, Adam Schwartz with the eXp Realty here in Redding. Just doing a quick market update. We're right in the middle of May. Just want to go over a few numbers. Was looking at some reports for the housing industry as a whole for the country, and then also breaking down some information here in Shasta County. Just wanted to share that with you while I had a few minutes today. So I want to start off by saying I'm super grateful. This year has been kind of a crazy year. Most of you know, with the stock market and real estate and interest rates, there's a lot of unknowns right now and there's a lot of speculation. So I like to dive in and just go over the facts and what the numbers are showing us as far as the housing industry. Super grateful. Just got back from a little trip with the wife and the kids. It was exhausting, but it was good to get away, and I'm glad to be back to work. I am a creature of habit. I like my routines, and when I'm not in my routine, it definitely gets me out of my rhythm. So first of all, I want to talk about the housing appreciation and what is expected over the next year according to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the National Association of Realtors. So even though interest rates are going up with inventory being low, they are still predicting, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are predicting a 10 to 11% appreciation rate for this year. So homes, while it's not going to appreciate like it did over the last 2 years in the 18 to 20%, homes are still expected to appreciate at least 10% over the next year. NAR, the National Association of Realtors, has it a little bit more conservative. They're estimating right around 8.5%. So if you own a home, that is great news. If you're in the market to purchase a home, that is great news, because what it is telling you is a year from now, your home is expected to be worth 8 to 10% more. So if you buy a $300,000 house, according to their statistics, it would be worth around $330,000 next year. So you would have equity in less than a year. Other thing I want to talk about is foreclosures. A lot of stipulation and talk out there is that because of COVID and forbearance and all the people out of work, that we would see a lot of foreclosures. I have seen very few foreclosures come to the market over the last year. Part of that is because the government actually stepped in and wouldn't allow houses to get foreclosed on. Now a lot of those have been lifted, and the numbers they were showing was there has been 413,000 less foreclosures over the last 2 years than there was back in like 2018 and 2019. So we are way down on the amount of foreclosures. So that's a lot of inventory we are missing, but with where homes are at on the market and what's available, even if all of those foreclosures came to the market today, as a nation, we would still be below on what we need to get back to a normal, neutral housing market. As far as here in Shasta County, I just want to break down the numbers for you a little bit. So we have what's called an absorption rate, and what that means is if no new homes came on the market after today, how long would it take for those homes to sell? And we are at just under 2 months. We're at 1.9, and that is extremely fast. So in a neutral market, you generally have 4 to 5 months or 6 months, anywhere from 4 to 6 months of inventory on the market, and it gives buyers enough options, and sellers, there's not as much competition in that sense. So if we look at the actual number of sales for the month of April, we were only down 7.5%. So generally, over the last 2 years, we've been up and up and up. And this last month, we did see a slowdown, and inventory on the market is actually up about 27%. So we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown in the purchases. We're starting to see more homes come to the market, which is actually a really big benefit if you've owned a home for a couple years and you've been thinking about selling and making a move, maybe get something a little bigger, the kids are bigger, or you want something with a pool or maybe some acreage. So now we're starting to see more inventory, more opportunities for those sellers that have been kind of holding off, waiting until they can actually find something that's on the market. So that's really what we're looking at, is there's still very low inventory and we still have demand. Even though rates are up, a lot of people in our community still feel it is a better option for them to own and pay their own mortgage versus renting and paying their landlord's mortgage. even with a 5.5 or a 6% interest rate when you own a home, it is still less than 100% interest when you are paying your landlord's mortgage. So if you have any questions at all, I would love to help. Gonna have a really busy week, have a really busy weekend, had a couple listings come to the market and doing some open houses. Really looking forward to that, getting out and seeing some people. Thank you. I've had a couple referrals come in this week. Really grateful for those clients that continue to send us business. Extremely grateful. It's such an honor anytime that happens. So if you or anyone you know has any questions about the real estate market and kind of what's going on and what to expect, I'd love to help. Talk to you soon.